Hey Rock on Beer viewers, time to put the last scoop on this ice cream cone from Omnipollo in Buxton. This is the last beer in their ice cream series, so the last beer in my tasting series. Here it is. It's a nice, I'm going to go with a teal. Is it teal ice cream man? There on the front there. And this is the Rocky Road. Rocky Road. Yeah. So, quick, if you haven't watched the other videos, go watch them, blah, 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 blah. Probably going to be links popping up all the time up here. So, a little background. Omnipollo, Swedish brewery. Buxton, English brewery. They make collaboration beers together. They usually base them on desserts. So, they make things like ice cream beer, which is what I'm reviewing today. They make series of beer, and they call them ice cream beer because they're mostly based on ice cream. Although one was called lemon meringue pie, which I don't think is ice cream. But that is splitting hairs. And instead of splitting hairs, I'm going to split this bottle open. There, you see what I did there? So, Rocky Road. What do we got in here? Like the others, this is the barley, oats, wheat, and lactose is what it says on the bottle. Yeah. So this is beer, Rocky Road beer. Rocky Road ice cream, usually some kind of chocolate ice cream, it's usually chocolate ice cream. Chocolate ice cream with some kind of nut and marshmallow. So this is a dark beer made with marshmallows and then lactose and vanilla. So I've got... After having the pecan beer, I've got high hopes that this is just going to kind of follow along with that, only marshmallowy, which Omnipollo has another marshmallow beer, which is called Hypnopompa, and that is a very, very sweet beer, so that's kind of what I'm expecting here, but let's take a look. Well, I can see that it's a little less carbonated than the Texas pecan. There was a lot of carbonation in it. It kind of just rushed up and bubbled out and just kind of fizzled. It fizzled. But, yeah, there it is. Very dark, very beer-like. Well, actually, to be honest, it looks like soda. Kind of, when you're just looking. If I tip it, I'm going to pour it all over. But it does. It looks like cola in there. Just a tiny bit of bubbles around the edge. But anyway, let's smell. Oh. Just gonna look at the commercial description to see if there's something I'm missing. It says this is a marshmallow porter. Oh, it's a porter, okay. Marshmallow porter brewed with cocoa nibs and lactose sugar. Alright, so we got marshmallow, we got cocoa nibs, and we got lactose in here, and I'm guessing there's vanilla bean as well to give it that ice cream effect. The smell, I've got to say, is different. It is... There's not that big blast of chocolate like it got with the Texas pecan. It's a very sharp smell, which I'm guessing is the marshmallow kind of... I don't know. There's a little bit of vanilla, but it's very sharp. I'm gonna taste it and see if I can figure it out here. I get a lot more. It's a lot more complex in the taste. I really wanted to say kind of. Now I'm getting a little bit more chocolate on the smell here now. Okay, I was going to say the first time I smelled it, it was kind of sharp and almost vinegary, like sherry vinegar. But I thought that can't be. And it's definitely, it's not sour at all, so there's no... And now that I take a big, much deeper breath, I get the kind of chocolatey and just a really sweet, like intense sweetness. That must be part of the marshmallow. This is also 10% beer, so it's no slouch. The taste is, it's not very sweet. It's not as pleasantly sweet as the Texas pecan. It's kind of got like a it's definitely got more dark malt, which I think is in the nose that I'm getting, is that kind of dark malt, that punch, that of a lot of dark malt and maybe a lot of crystal malt. Yeah, now I'm getting a little bit more caramely, and it's yeah, it doesn't have that kind of very sweet vanilla flavor. This one is a lot more dark malt, almost edging on a little bit of licorice in it. And then you get the cocoa nibs and the lactose sugar kind of at the ends. It's not as aggressive a cocoa flavor as the Texas pecan. Yeah, very different from the other beer. I thought that they would be very similar, but this is obvious that they've tried to really differentiate this one from the Texas pecan, and it has kind of the same thing of the Hypnopampa, but it's less. It's not sickly sweet. It actually tastes drier, and I don't know if that's I don't know if that's just my brain playing tricks on me or not, but it has a much drier, much more dark flavoring, and maybe a touch of astringency on the end. I'm not sure, but well, obviously marshmallow is a very difficult flavor to get into a beer. It does have a very intense flavor. Definitely a good amount of cocoa nibs, but it's not that sweet chocolate. It's more the bitter. If you've ever actually eaten cocoa nibs in something, it's got that kind of bitter chocolate flavor. Yeah. It's a nice beer in its own right, and it's actually quite drinkable. It's just, I expected it to be very desserty, very exactly like what pecan was. But it is a nice beer in its own right. And kind of as I drink more of it, I get more used to that, and I actually get a bit more complexity now that I've been drinking on this little glass. It's obvious that I like it well enough. I've already drank most of the glass. But, yeah. Rocky Road, now it smells much sweeter. Now it smells much more like refined sugar and vanilla. I guess I had to kind of let it open up in the glass a little bit. Yeah. But it still does have those. It's much more dark malt dominated than the pecan was, and I have to kind of compare them because they're sort of the same idea. But yeah, if you've had this, let me know what you think. I definitely like the pecan more. I think this is maybe more drinkable than the pecan, because the pecan is kind of a very sweet sipping beer. And this is more of kind of a regular, just drinking beer. But yeah, I definitely like the pecan more. Let me know, what do you think? I think I'm gonna do a little kind of wrap up video. I've got some of all the beers left, and I'd like to do some playing around with them. So keep an eye out for that. And if you've had these beers, let me know. I know some of you guys have had them. So let me know what you thought, and yeah, subscribes and all that kind of stuff. And this was a really interesting thing to try, but I'll more on that later. Rocky Road beer, Cheers.